Guys, you are now watching a clip from the Fellas podcast. You can listen to the full podcast exclusively on Spotify for free. So make sure to head over there, leave us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed, and follow the podcast. You've raised a good point. You got any WhatsApp group chats?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, like, have you got one from like F2, F3? Like, have you stayed in it, or do you kind of get booted when you move up like every next fucking guy?
F2 and F3, we don't have one. In F1, like you probably heard that we have one.
Yeah.
With all the drivers.
Was it big day when you joined? Got the ad?
Who even it was pretty cool.
Who's the admin? Who's the guy that
we've got? It's basically for the drivers and part of the GPDA. So it's like our drivers association. That we come up with ideas, or if there's any topics we want to talk about with like the FIA, so the governing body, we sort of rally our ideas together there. So there's Alex Wirtz, who used to be an F1 driver, who sort of manages all of that and is the director of the GPDA. I think George Russell is one of the driver director now. It used to be Sebastian Vettel, but obviously he's retired now.
Damn,
yeah.
That group chat sounds a lot more serious than ours, Chip, I'm going to be honest, bro.
There are some fun moments.
I was going to say.
Do people have a laugh in there?
Occasionally, yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
You'd hope so, man. Like,
I like to imagine. I like to imagine there's a lot of memes going around in it.
Yeah.
I tell myself that anyway.
Do you find that most, because, not naming names, but they like to big things up and, there seems to be a lot of drama. I reckon everyone gets along for the most part.
For the most part, yeah.
Like, obviously, in my karting time, from my experience racing, let me talk to you on like a real
like
level.
He's spent a whole career in it.
Bro, I did 24 hours. I was on a 2 a.m. stint.
Once a year.
Yeah. If somebody hits into the side of me, there's a rage that I don't really feel anywhere else.
And that's why you're the team principal. I
got relegated to team principal.
You got promoted. So that was a promotion. It was a promotion.
It was. But yeah, like the rage that you must feel, especially when it's not your fault.
Yes. That's in karting, it's also easy to deal with that rage because you have plastic bumpers and stuff, so you can just smash them straight back.
It's fast still, it's still fast, all right? The car is quick.
I know.
He's playing it down, he's talking about plastic, all right?
We're talking about 50 miles per hour here, buddy. Okay? Show some respect.
I know, but even the cars I raced, they had plastic bumpers at the front.
Yeah.
So you could just smash them back.
Yeah.
And that was where like an element of the respect came into it. It was like if someone smashes you back, it was almost like if someone smashes into you, it's almost like you've got to smash them back, otherwise
you get
now you're in a
You should do that in F1, man.
In F1, it's not quite as simple.
A little nudge in the side, you just spend the rest of the race hunting down that guy and to try and...
Yeah, unfortunately in race cars and especially F1 cars, things break.
Yeah.
And they're very, very expensive too. So
do you ever, when it's your fault and you've broken somebody, you just think, right, that's 200, 300, all right, that's probably like 1.2 million quid worth of damage there.
So I actually had that in Canada. I crashed for the first time in quite a long time in qualifying.
Yeah.
I don't know how much damage I did. I don't want to know how much damage I did.
Were you thinking about it at one point? Like,
you have to be, bro.
But after the session, like after the disappointment of crashing, I was like, that's an expensive error. But
hey, it ain't coming out of your bank account, man, so we're all good.
Oh, could you imagine that? If like part of it, do you know how careful people would drive if they're like, by the way, you paid 10% of all damages?
Yeah, oh boy.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound. Have you had a race this year that you've enjoyed the most? Or actually, before you answer that question, is there a race you look forward to the most every year?
So we've had Melbourne already this year.
Yeah.
Which was
you got your first point as well. Yep. That must have been quite a feeling, actually.
Yeah, that was cool.
Home country, first points on the board.
Yeah, and for me, it was home city as well.
Yeah.
I grew up 10 minutes from where the circuit.
Did you have your boys in the crowd?
I had some of my friends in the crowd. Yeah, a lot of family as well, and extended family and stuff.
Does your dad still live out there?
Yeah,
he never came back.
He never came back.
He went to the shop and he stayed in
England and he ended up becoming an F1 driver.
Yeah, so it worked out. But I had a lot of friends and extended family, and like it's kind of ironic because I've gone all these years racing in Europe mainly, and no one's really been able to watch. Like my dad's come to a few races, my mum's come to a few races as well. So getting into F1 actually gives me a home race that all my friends and family can actually come and watch now. So they're all really happy. Melbourne's a bit difficult to try and manage all the passes I give out, but no, it's really cool to have them all there. So that's probably my favorite so far. Because it was just an awesome weekend and first points.
Yeah.
Where else am I looking to? I think the races in the US will be quite cool. Miami was also a cool race.
What do you reckon about this Las Vegas shenanigans?
I think it'll be a crazy weekend. Like it will be.
Bro's
That's what everybody says.
He's thinking about the after party already. Like, that's what I'd be thinking.
Well, the race is
about.
on Saturday night for a reason, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so true though. It actually is so true.
So that's going to be a wild. I don't know how wild the race will be. I've seen a little bit of how the track looks, and there's some big straights as well. But the atmosphere and just the event itself is going to be wild.
Yeah,
So-
it would be. I doubt if that would be one race to go to.
You know, me and a few of the boys looked at going over there, and then we saw the prices and we're like, you know,
The prices are crazy for these American
no, but
races.
like even all the hotels and stuff, they just get like it's like triple the regular prices. Like we've been to Vegas a few times now, and we were like, oh, this would just be a fun time to go. But then I also thought this actually might be the worst time to go to Vegas, just purely like it's gonna be packed, the road's gonna be shut off. Like you probably, I don't know how you get around everywhere. Oh, it does sound like a bit of a nightmare, to be fair.
Who's like, who's your number one buddy right now of the drivers? Like, if you were going, let's say we go to Las Vegas, you're like, fuck it, I'm going out afterwards. Who are you texting first?
So I'm quite good friends with Logan Sargent on the grid. We've been teammates before. We're same age. We're obviously both rookies this year. So I've known him for a while. Raced against Guan Yu Zhou as well. And we were like in the same academy together at Alpine. I mean, Lando too.
Yeah.
If you have to, it's just teammate responsibilities.
Team bonding.
Oh, I'll drop me a text. Why not?
And then everyone else, like, it's actually quite difficult because all the drivers are so busy on the weekends that we see each other for like the drivers briefing and the drivers parade, and that's it. So we see each other for like less than an hour every weekend. So it's kind of tricky to get to know people.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting to know more and more people on the grid, but not well enough to start doing shots.
I would have thought, like, by this point in the season, how many races have been? Like, eight? Oh, I'm tripping. 8 races now. I would have thought, like, you'd have and have met everyone and fully had a good sit down and chat with them, but
Yeah,
it's just a
we
bit
just,
longer
never,
than
we just never really have the time.
Yeah.
So
Everyone's busy doing their own thing, I suppose. And is there a race that you least look forward to, or a circuit that you're just saying, like, I don't think I've ever smoked it around this track?
I mean, Miami, from what I hear, was a big improvement from last year in terms of the track. There's some areas of that track that are certainly not my favorite.
Yeah.